Okay, let's dive in and have a look at Thrivecart's new Learn platform. So Thrivecart traditionally is a checkout platform which enables us to build beautiful checkout pages and has really, really powerful capability in terms of pricing and subscriptions and integration with our email management system and with our course platforms. Now, what they've done in the last week or so is they have delivered and released their new Learn platform, which is their own learning management system. And what this means is that when people buy through the Thrivecart checkout page, you're going to have a lot more ease of integration with your actual courses. And some of the functionality in here is really, really powerful. So let's dig in and have a look. Over the last few days, I've been playing around with Learn a lot to see how it works, see what limitations it might have. But as a new platform, this is already a really, really well-formed piece of kit. And if you are just getting started with delivering courses, this is absolutely an amazing place for you to start. If you already have your courses somewhere else, so for example, I have mine on MemberVault. I absolutely love MemberVault. There are a few things that I would want to see enabled in Thrivecart to Learn before I actually moved everything over, but I'm definitely going to be delivering some mini courses over here to get started because some of the functionality is really, really great. So when you have a Thrivecart account, you automatically get free access to Learn. And this area here is Learn. Now, when you click on this area for the first time, you'll get an option to upgrade to Learn Plus. You can see that I am using Learn Plus. Learn Plus gives you a few additional features, such as it gives you access to bundles, it gives you access to a team, so you can have a VA or an assistant or someone on your team come in and manage the courses for you. And it also gives you a few extra automations and sequences that you wouldn't have with the basic package. But the basic package is going to be fine for you to get started if you don't think that any of those other features are going to be useful to you yet. So when you have the option to upgrade, you will be able to go through the video that they show you what the actual upgrade to Learn Plus includes. So just to be really clear, if you haven't bought Thrivecart yet, then you won't see an option to upgrade to Learn when you actually buy Thrivecart. So the options for Thrivecart itself are the standard version and the pro version. And once you are actually in your Thrivecart account, that's when you see Learn, and that's when you see the upgrade option to Learn Plus. You won't see it at the initial checkout when you are buying Thrivecart for the first time. So let's have a look. I've just uploaded some elements to some courses here so that I could play around with it and see how it works. But essentially, it's really straightforward. And if you are already using Thrive, you're going to find it super straightforward because a lot of the elements are using exactly the same kind of platform as we're building our Thrivecart checkouts and funnels on anyway. So we have an option for adding projects within Thrivecart Learn. So if at the moment I've created one project called Website Courses. Let's say I wanted to add a new project and we're going to call this one Funnel Training. And then you can create a project and then you could add any additional training in there to do with funnels. At the moment, you can see it's empty and I could click on here to create a new course. To keep things so straightforward, I'm going to come back into my Website Courses project and I'm going to create a new course in here. So I can come in here and just click on Create Course and you choose which project you want it to belong to. So I'm going to put it into Website Courses and I'm going to call this my one-page website. So in this course, then you give it a course description. So I can say in this course, I'll teach you how to get up and running with a one-page WordPress website in a weekend. Now here we can just add the author and I had a little click on my mouse too early there, but what I didn't add was an image. So I can go ahead and add an image in here. You can see that the recommended size is 1280 by 960. Now, so little prompts like this are new. So a week ago, this prompt was not here. So when I was playing around with it, I was making up my own sizes as I went along. So I saw some feedback in the group. People didn't know what sizes to be uploading. And so they're adding these little tooltips and things like that to improve and enhance the platform. Every single day, I'm seeing extra stuff happening. So I'm going to click into here and I'm just going to go ahead and add a thumbnail in here and you'll see that show up here. Okay, so this is the one-page website kit. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a module. So the first module that I would probably create would be introduction or welcome, and then you can see it show up here. Then you can go ahead and add a lesson into that module. And so once we've added a lesson, we get the capability to actually go ahead and add the content. Now, what I found is that once I've added this, I don't get the option to actually edit it until I close out of it. Now, I'm not sure if it's a browser caching issue. It might be. So I'm just going to click on to next, and I'm going to click on save, and I'm going to come back to it. So I'm going to come in here, and you can see all of these courses here, and I'm going to click on to edit, and I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to start playing around. So that lesson that I dragged in, it didn't stay there. So when you add a lesson in or a module, it should pop up with this pop-up box. So let's say my lesson name is How to Get the Best from the Course. And you can see, actually, I flicked through it. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. There was an option to, excuse me, there was an option to show it to all students, but there was also an option to add a tag onto it. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. But when you click into it to start editing it, this is some of the options that you get. So in here, we can go ahead and we can drag some text in here and we can add whatever we like. So, etc. So you can pop that in, you can add a video, and you literally just drag and drop it wherever you're wanting it. So if the first thing you want them to see is the video, you can pop that here. And up here we have layout options. So we could have a video and then some text over on the right. We could have a video with some text underneath. You can have videos side by side if you've got more than one video that you want to have in a lesson. And that's really cool because we don't see this in other learning management systems. So I'm just going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to go ahead and keep it like this. So once you have this video in here, you need to have your video hosted somewhere. So one of the reasons why most learning management systems are really expensive is because video hosting is expensive. And so the way that Learn is giving this to us for free is that they're not hosting your videos for you. So you would host your videos either on YouTube, maybe it's unlisted or private videos, or on Vimeo or Wistia. So you will upload your videos somewhere else and then grab it and embed it. So over here, you see we've got the option to enter the embed code. So if I just pop over to YouTube and I'm going to grab one of my videos, so you can see I've got this share option here. When I click on it, we get an embed option, and we can just click on copy, and then we can bring that back over here, and we can just pop it into the embed code field. So this then would give them the video, and then we can also play around with a lot of this styling. So when we click on any of these elements, you'll see that we get an option to style the title. So if we want to change the color, we can add a new hex value in here. You can change the font, etc. You can also play around with a lot of the other elements. So for example, if I just, if I come out of this, so if I just, if I just say done, if I want to, we can toggle this on or off, the course progress. So we can toggle that off, or we can play around with the colors in here. So let's just say I want to add a different color here. When you've used a color once, it's going to show up in those color schemes for you. So it's easy for you to grab another time. So this is how you would add additional elements. And it's really, really easy for you to just grab things and pull them in. One of the things that we can do with Thrivecart, with the Learn platform, that you can't do with most learning management platforms, is you can add buttons, which can be really, really useful. So if you wanted to have in here, let's say we want to have a download your worksheets. Now this link would take them to wherever you have stored your worksheets, because one of the things is they don't host your videos for you, and they also don't host your PDFs or your uploads. So you would have to host it somewhere else, and then you would add the URL in here to a Dropbox folder, a Google folder, or wherever you're wanting to actually store it. Amazon, you might want to store it. It's entirely up to you where you actually host them. But there's lots and lots of free options for you out there. And of course, you can customize this. So you can change the border radius, so you can make it more rounded. You can make it completely square. You can change the text padding, the text size, the button color, and everything else. So play around with this. And then once you've got this looking how you're wanting it to, then you can go ahead and click onto publish. And so now we've got one module with one lesson in it. And of course, you can just keep on adding extra modules. So this might be week 1. Let's just put know your audience, and then you can go ahead, add a lesson in here. And this is where we can see the tags option. So should this lesson be available to everybody? In most circumstances, yes, it will be. But you might have a bonus lesson that you only want to deliver based on someone's actual tag. So you can enter tags in here. Now, tagging is a Learn Plus option. For most of you, this is quite advanced segmentation, and you probably won't need the tagging option right out of the gate, but it could be a really, really useful feature for you further down the line. So this is how you can go ahead and get this up and running. So let's just do client avatar, for example. Then we create that lesson. It's available to everybody. And then we go through exactly the same process. So we can just click on edit and we can add stuff. Now, once you have a lesson, so let's just come back here and let me just exit this. What we could do is, if we really love the formatting that we put on this here, we could just clone this. And then we could just be using that as much as we wanted to. So we could just grab this and put it anywhere that we're wanting to and use that over and over again. So we could just go ahead and pop it down here and change this to, this could be client avatar. So rather than starting again from scratch, we can just make sure that we have consistency from lesson to lesson, so they all look exactly the same. And by the way, when you are changing elements, like colors and those kind of things, so if you were to change the colors of the headers, for example, they change globally. So they don't just change on each individual lesson, they will change across the board so that you have that kind of consistency of styling and look and feel. So once you have got this how you're wanting, then you can click on save and exit. But there's a few course options that you can check as well. So you can use a custom domain for your course if you're wanting to. And you can also have various options. So for example, if subscription payment fails, then you have options to pause the dripping if you have a dripped course, or you can disable all access until payment is made. You also have the option to show this course to other people or students who have bought your other courses. So if you check that, then it will show up. And there's an option for them to visit your sales page as well. So you would put in the URL for that here. And there's also behavior rules. So if you're already familiar with Thrivecart, this will look really familiar to you. But you can add tags into your email service provider based on the behavior of your students. So, for example, when a student gets access to the course, you could send them a welcome email. When a new module becomes available, then you can alert them. So there's lots and lots of behaviors that you can actually acknowledge by adding some kind of tag or adding them to a list or triggering some kind of behavior. And this is amazing in order to help people move through your courses and get them through to completion. So once a student has completed a module, you can congratulate them by sending them out an email. Maybe you unlock a new mini course for them, or send them a worksheet or a certificate or whatever you want it to be. Really, your creativity is the limit of what this can do for you. So You can also trigger actions based on when a student is paused, disabled, resumed, or reactivated, or is unenrolled. So all this stuff, it can become really, really powerful. So you can be automating a lot of different actions. So I'm just going to close out of this. Then you would hit save and exit. And then you can go ahead and check how your course is going to look. So you can click on the quick link. And when you do that, it gives you a link for you to go ahead and kind of sign into the course and check out how it looks. So I actually signed into a course earlier. So this is how mine looks. If I hit refresh on this, you'll see that this new one-page website is now showing up, but it's grayed out because I don't have access to it. So the course that I actually signed up to was Rock That Website. And so I didn't actually sign up to the website content kit or this one-page website. And so that's why they're showing as grayed out. The other thing that I didn't show you in here is the bundles. So you can, if you're on Learn Plus, you can create bundles. And that means that you can bunch together your content so that people can get access to a number of them. So for example, if I wanted people to get access to all of my website content courses, I would be able to create a bundle of that if I wanted to. So that kind of thing is really, really exciting. I haven't seen bundles in any of the other learning management systems that I've tried out in the past. And what I didn't show you as well, actually, was some of the more advanced options. So if I just click into one of these, I'm just going to show you down the left-hand side some of these sequences. So this is a Learn Plus feature. But what we can do is we can create rules so that when we can trigger particular actions. So if a student uses a coupon, if they buy through an affiliate, and that could be any affiliate or a particular affiliate, which can be really powerful for rewarding like power affiliates. If they buy within a date range, so if you're running a launch and you've got like a fast action bonus window, then they might get access to a particular bundle, which they wouldn't otherwise get access to. If they're a repeat customer, then you can go ahead and reward them. Or if they live in a specific geographical area, then you can give them access to something that's specific to them, or when they complete a module or lesson. So all of these can unlock a huge amount of power in your platform. So, and then of course, once you've selected that, then you can choose actually what you want to happen. You can give them a course, you can remove them from a course, you can apply a tag, which then will trigger some kind of automation in your email service provider. You can unlock content, you could give them some kind of award. You know, really we could just run away with this kind of functionality. And so I'm sure that lots of people over time are going to come up with really, really creative ways to actually use all of these sequences. So hopefully that has given you an insight into how this actually works. And when it comes to creating funnels within Thrivecart, obviously this all works really, really seamlessly. Or even if you're just using the normal Thrivecart as a checkout, then you can automatically enroll. When someone buys, let's say someone bought the website content kit, then they automatically can get access to this within literally the same transaction. So hopefully that gives you an insight into how Learn works and can get you excited about diving in and using it. If you don't have Thrivecart yet, and Learn might be the trigger to actually just make sure that it might be just, if you're on the fence and you're just thinking that this could be the icing on the cake, then I would really encourage you to dive in and take a look, because it's a really, really great piece of kit. And for the fact that you can get this within the lifetime license of Thrivecart is astonishing, and ultimately could save you a lot of money. So I'm placing my referral link to Thrivecart in the description below this video. That does mean that if you use my link to go ahead and purchase Thrivecart, I will get a commission for your purchase. What I do deliver when someone purchases Thrivecart through my affiliate link is I have some resources such as a a Thrivecart Get Started workshop, a Thrivecart Funnels workshop, and also a couple of templates, and I'm adding more templates as we go through. And I will also be running a live workshop regularly for people who do purchase through my affiliate link, so that I can help you get moving with the platform much faster. I've been using Thrivecart for a long time now, and so obviously Learn is new to all of us, but the actual checkout side of it is a really, really fabulous piece of kit. Has honestly been a game changer for me in my business in terms of being able to turn around things like recordings from workshops very fast, to put them out there to enable people to actually go ahead and purchase them. And it's had a big impact on my bottom line and my profit in my business. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit like, ask any questions that you would like to ask in the comments below, or let me know what you think of Thrive's Learn platform. And do subscribe to my channel. I will be adding more and more resources about Thrivecart in the coming weeks. I'm absolutely sure of it. So thank you so much for watching.